Hello. Yes, am I audible to all of you?
Yes, audible, Dr. Raguraj.
Okay. So, here, students, we welcome Dr. Vivek Srivastava, the assistant professor in the Department of Computer Science and Engineering, Rajat Engineering College, Kannauj. Okay, students. So first we will start the objective. What is the objective of this session? Here we have the entrepreneurship and innovation as career opportunity. So students, uh, now you can feel that the number of programs are governed or the promoted by the government bodies to just promote the startup activities. So here we have to think about the projects or about some social help, so that you can help to the society. And so not only the academics, but we need to also think about the something different, so that you can help to the society and the organization where you are working. So here today we invite Dr. Vivek Srivastava. So just to give the idea about the entrepreneurship and the innovation, which is used as a career opportunity also. So just I'm giving the brief the bio about the Dr. Vivek Srivastava. Currently, he is working as a coordinator, research and IPR in Rajat Engineering College, Kannauj. And Dr. Srivastava received his PhD degree in computer science and engineering from Harcourt Butler Technological Institute, Kanpur. That was earlier affiliated to AKTU, Lucknow. He has published more than 30 research articles in international journals and conferences. His area of research is soft computing, hybrid intelligence, and biometrics. So students, I think the all these students belongs to the same domain, the AI and this IoT. So we have a good conversation with the Dr. Vivek Srivastava sir. So he also worked as an associate editor of International Journal of Engineering, Science and Advanced Research, and he is member of various international professional bodies, and also the life member of the Indian Science Congress. And he has also received the Young Scientist Award, and he is also reviewer of many journals and the IEEE transactions also. He is guiding many research scholars and already guided to 12 PG the students. And he served as various administrative posts like the Dean, Director, Controller of Examination in the last 13 years of the teaching career. He also conducted the AICT Atal FDP as a program coordinator and international conference as organizing chair in REC Kannauj. So students, be interactive during this session. This session is promoted by the institutions of the Innovation Council, which is government body just to promote the innovation and the startup all over the country. So students, we welcome the Dr. Vivek Srivastava, Dr. Vivek Srivastava sir. And if you have if you have any doubt or if you want to ask any question, so feel free to contact him. So Dr. Vivek Srivastava, welcome, sir. You can proceed.
Thank you very much, Dr. Raguraj Singh. First of all, I would like to thank Institutions Innovation Council, PSIT Kanpur, for inviting me in this workshop. And I know that this is a very great initiative that is taken by the Ministry of Education Innovation Cell, and as a part of Institution Innovation Council, our college also established this council in my institute. So the topic of this workshop is entrepreneurship and innovation career opportunity. So I think the students join this workshop, and as I know that most of the students belongs to the CS, computer science and engineering discipline. So what is entrepreneurship, and what is the correlation of entrepreneur with innovation? So my voice is audible or not?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Okay. So entrepreneurship, we move to the next slide.
Screen is visible.
Okay. So what is entrepreneur? An entrepreneur is an individual who creates a new business, bearing most of the risk and enjoying most of the rewards. Okay, so as a businessman and as an entrepreneur, there is a difference between these two, because entrepreneur involves the innovation, creation of new idea, and also bears the most of the risk factors. So entrepreneur is commonly seen as an innovator, a source of new ideas, goods, services, and business or procedures. So for becoming an entrepreneur, it is required that you must have the good idea, and also you must have the capability to implement those ideas. Okay, so entrepreneur is something different from conventional business system. Business is a kind of trading on existing things, but entrepreneur creates new ideas, develop prototype, and try to make different tools for implementing and maintaining it. So what is the entrepreneurship? The process of setting up a business is known as entrepreneurship. Okay, so we are reading books, textbook, reference books. So what we gain from the books? We gain the existing concept, existing theory, which had been earlier published in research articles or in past years. So research that has been taken in last 10 years or 20 years, now we study them as a theory, the basic concepts in our textbooks. Okay, so
Next icon.
okay, so I formulated here. You can visualize an entrepreneur as a person which can convert his or her idea to actual execution or implementation, and taking most of the risk, because also because if you have an idea, the main challenges are that how to convert to execution model, how to implement your idea. So these are the main constraints for implementation of idea. So this is obvious. If you try to convert your idea to prototype or in any kind of implementation, you have to take a risk. So now you can consider as entrepreneur that converts idea to execution or implementation, and which takes most of the risk. Okay, so next. Here we have some famous examples of some famous entrepreneurs. You know the company name Wipro, that is established by Azim Premji. Paytm is another kind of entrepreneur, and I think most of the students and faculty members and others use Paytm. That is developed by Vijay Shekhar Sharma, and from outside India, you know, there are various landmark companies which were established by various legends like Disney World by Walt Disney, Microsoft by Bill Gates, Apple by Steve Jobs, Amazon, Jeff Bezos, and Tesla and SpaceX by Elon Musk. So all these are the famous entrepreneurs. Why they are the entrepreneurs? Because they initiated their idea and converted them to successful business. Okay, so next. So now we come to the innovations. What are the exactly innovations are? So innovation is a kind of new idea, method, or a device, or introduction of something new. What we call innovation. Innovation means introduction of something new that is not existing. It means we create the new thing. And what is new? New is something that is not old, or which is recently built or created and not used by anyone else previously. So any technique, methodology is new, which is newly created or newly built for any meaningful purposes. Okay, and also for any existing application, if you incorporate some modifications, that is also a new. So that is not used by anyone else previously. So different stages are there for creation of anything innovative. So next, move to the next slide, please. So here is some discrimination between existing versus the new. Existing knowledge comes from the past experience. Okay, so suppose if you want to know about the artificial intelligence, if you know, if you want to know about the Internet of Things, so generally you prefer reading textbooks or watching YouTube videos. Okay, so the how you will gain the knowledge for the existing one from the textbook or reference books. And reference books are written with the help of past experiences. Okay, having some theoretical formulations, mathematical formulations, empirical evaluations. and based on existing knowledge, we gain some new knowledge. Okay, and what is new? What is the what are the sources of new? I have written here human mind and imaginations. Okay, so sources of innovation is your imagination, unexplored areas you imagine and you can give any solution. And the main source of innovation is innovation comes from the human mind. So the great source of novelty of any work is in your mind. So is next. So again, I formulated the sources of new. Existing literature, as I earlier told you that existing literature, based on the existing literature, we know what are the current technology, what are the current methodology, and the resources for existing literatures are your reference book, textbook, various web resources. Second thing is environment. How will you obtain new from environment? Because all the inventions and all the development is for our society, our environment. So anything we create that is useful for the system, environment, and also we take inputs from the environment. So environment is necessary ingredient for the as a source of new or innovation. Third one is necessity. So as you know, that is a common proverb that necessity is the mother of invention. So all the inventions come from the necessity, because if we do not have need, then we cannot invent. So necessity is another main resource of innovation. And prior knowledge. So prior knowledge is more or less same as the existing content of the technologies. If you develop something new, you must know the prior knowledge on that particular topic. Third, next is the human mind. Human mind, we imaginate for new and then we convert to the prototypes. So all idea comes from the human mind. So, and after that, I have written here intuition. So intuition is what if we read various resources, if we read various resources and referring various conclusions and future aspects, then by intuition we think that some changes must be there, or some new challenges will be there. So by that we can develop something new or create anything different from the existing one. And the last one is changes. Changes is what? Everything is changing. So the main demand of the day is we develop a technology or methodology which will be changeable as per the user satisfaction or customer satisfaction. So change is another crucial aspect because as we install some app in our mobile or laptop, we know that there is always an update version of that, because these apps are always changing according to the customer requirement and user friendly. So change is another crucial aspect and the source of innovation. Please move to the next. Innovations, the conversion from innovations to entrepreneurship. What are the basic steps of transformation? How will you become a entrepreneurship if you have something new idea? Like the third year and fourth year students, as they develop project, some of the students develop innovative projects. So you have the idea and you using the existing technology and you develop the app or something methodology. So what are the essential steps transforming from innovations to the entrepreneurship? Can you convert your project to any business model? Can you commercialize that innovative idea? So here are the basic steps of transformation. You must first is you must have an idea. Idea means you must have innovative idea. And if you have idea, so how will you initiate your idea? Second thing is prototype. You have to develop the prototype of your idea. So idea may be any imagination or modifications or anything new, but how will you really implement to that idea with the help of prototype? And the conversion of idea from the prototype, how will you convert your idea to the prototype? It means you must have the basic critical understanding of existing knowledge. Then after you can convert your idea to the prototype. And if you converted your idea to the prototype, then the next step is scaling and commercialization. Scaling is what? And the commercialization, because a prototype is developed for small scale and just to understand the basic concepts of your idea. Scaling is mandatory for if you're designing for any specific purpose, and the commercialization if you develop a business model and for any kind of generating the revenue or earnings. And the last step is the final implementation and management. Okay. When you scaled up your idea, your prototype, and make it commercialized, then you implement. And the management is what? Management is a kind of maintaining the things here, because as earlier I told that there are various changes in the environment. So always we have to change with the environment and as per the requirement. So the continuous management or maintenance is also required for any successful entrepreneurship. Okay, so these are the basic transformations. Next, please. So career opportunities. Here, this diagram demonstrates that the job seeker and the job creator. Job creators are very less as compared to the job seeker, and most of the students and most of the youngs are job seeker, because and after graduating engineering, after getting the engineering degree, all we know that we must have a good job in any multinational company or any public sector company or any government job. There are very few pupils are there who are job creator, because job creator means you must have some innovative idea and you have the capability to develop the business model of your idea and recruiting the staff for your business. So job creator is for becoming a job creator is a very difficult task, and there are very less people who are the job creators. So move to the next. Types of jobs. Examples of the jobs are job seekers looking for the private jobs, government jobs, and public sector MNC jobs. And job creators, there are two kinds of job creator, and a businessman and an entrepreneur. Business is based on the existing idea. Suppose if you open a shop of clothes and recruiting the staff, and so you are a businessman. Okay, you created the job. And who are the entrepreneur, who starts from new idea. Okay, something innovative kind of clothes are there, specific purpose design clothes are there. So you are the entrepreneur, and then you are recruiting the staffs and making the jobs. Then you are the job creator. So you must know the basic difference between the business and the entrepreneur. Business works for existing idea, while the entrepreneur works for the new idea. Okay, so please next. Here I listed up some the government schemes for promotion of the new idea. Startup India, as all of you aware with the concept that Government of India initiated the Startup India, and they promote the new idea and giving some initial seed money and funds for making the prototype or commercializing the idea. And in similar fashion, the state government of Uttar Pradesh also promoting the startups in Uttar Pradesh, and I also provided the link. And Ministry of Education Innovations Cell, this is also a great initiative taken by Ministry of Education, by which each academia developed institutions innovation cell, and with the help of this cell, student can learn about the innovations and develop some small prototypes of their research findings and new ideas. Okay, so next. So I have given here the 3 examples of innovations, some case studies. You can say that 3. First is Ola versus Uber. All we are familiar with the Ola and Uber. Second, the Oclo movement as biometric and diagnosis of brain disease. And third one is the SpaceX. Okay, so move to the next. So first example is Ola versus Uber. Okay, here is the comparative study between Ola and Uber. Okay. So all we know that both are the company for hiring the cabs, and Ola is Indian startup or Indian company, and Uber is USA based, and Ola founded in 2010 and Uber founded in 2009. Okay, after 1 year of foundation of Uber, Bhavish Agrawal and Ankit Bharti founded Ola in year 2010, and Uber founded by the Garrett Camp, Oscar Salas, and Travis Kalanick. And the company worth on current date is 34 crores US dollar, while the Uber have the 1,414 crores US dollar. And the coverage of Ola presently approx 250 plus cities, and Uber more than 10,000 cities across the various countries. Okay, so what we learn from here, that these are the basic ideas and the basic startups or initiation of idea that comes to the entrepreneurship, and they develop the business model, and today all we are familiar that they are earning the money with developing these kinds of apps. So they initiated approx 12-13 years ago, according to the necessity of the society, and they developed their company, and having they're not going for the just like as a job seeker. They created the jobs. So various persons are involved in these companies. Okay, so also you must have an idea. You can also develop the things, but real implementation is main thing. Okay, so second example, moving to the second example. Second is some research based example. Oculo movement as a biometrics. This is a concept like all we know that biometric are the human traits by which we can identify the persons, having some physical characteristic like face recognition by the face or by the iris or the fingerprint, we can identify different human beings. Okay, so ocular movement or eye movement is another behavioral kind of biometric by which we can identify the pupil, we can identify the humans. So you know that suppose if I will give you 4 lines of text, and I will say that read those 4 lines, and I have an specific camera that records your eye movement, and based on the eye movement I can identify, or we can identify any human beings, because this theory is like that every person have the different scan path, specific scan paths. It means if I read certain lines, so I have the different scan path, and if you read the 4 lines in any screen, you have different path or trajectory of your eye movement. So eye movement have the characteristic by which we can identify the persons. Okay, so now this research is going on, and so this research is initiated in 1971. Okay, here it is written that scan path theory is the idea that individuals tend to repeat certain scan path trajectories during repeated views of a given pattern. This phenomena was first investigated in 1970 when by Norton and Stark, and in 2011, okay, approx 40 years, Olokomo Godse applied it as a biometric feature. So each individual have the different eye movement for scanning the same document. So what do you think that how will you identify the person? Some basic concepts are there. The scan path is what the spatial path formed by the fixation and saccades, and fixation and saccades are what fixation occurs when eye is held relatively stable position on an object, while the saccade occurs when eye rotates quickly between the fixations. So identifying the fixation and saccades, we can identify the scan paths, and every person have the different scan paths. And there is a diagram. You can see that fixations and saccades are represented in this diagram. So saccades have the instant transformation, while the fixation occurs relatively stable. So based on these biometric, you can identify the person. Please move to the next. Computational intelligence. Artificial intelligence, I'll be aware with the concept, and computational intelligence also belongs to the artificial intelligence that focuses the natural way of problem solving with primarily inclusion of the neural networks, fuzzy logic, and evolutionary computation. And each individual techniques has advantages and disadvantages. Okay, so I am just giving you an idea how to formulate a new thing. Okay, suppose there are various existing techniques, and you combining those techniques and making a new technique that is feasible for various real-time applications. So that is a kind of research and some kind of innovations. Okay, so I'm giving here Suppose you know the concept of the neural network, basic neural network, fuzzy logic, and evolutionary algorithms. So combining these techniques, you can see the diagram here. Combining the two techniques will emerge and the fused model like neuro fuzzy system. If we combining the neuro and fuzzy, if we combining the fuzzy and evolutionary, we have the fuzzy evolutionary system and evolutionary neural, then evolutionary neuro system, and combining all these three systems in a single system, we have the evolutionary fuzzy neuro system. So each individual techniques has advantages and disadvantages. Like the fuzzy system do not have the ability of learning like the neural network, but can represent explicit knowledge representation. Neural network can learn from the examples, but do not explore several directions in the search space. While the evolutionary algorithm can optimize the functions, but learning speed is slower than the neural network. Okay, so every technique have some drawbacks, some pros and cons. So combining two or more techniques performs better than the single techniques, because these techniques can operate synergistically rather than competitive, and their mutual dependence, and this will yield unexpected performance improvement. Okay, so I am giving you an idea for creating the new idea by combining two or more existing techniques, but the combination must be synergistically compatible and in practical usability. You must see the practical usability of combining the existing concepts. Okay, so just move to the next, please. Raw scan path signals. These are the snapshot taken from the database of eye movement, as I earlier told you. These are the some values which can be calculated by the camera and having horizontal and vertical stimuli positions, and I'm not going to the detail. So these are the raw scan path signals that is used for identifying the humans using eye movements. Then move to the next. This is another example of eye movement and neurological disorders. Eye movements and neurological disorders means the eye movement is closely related with the neurological disorders, integrated nature with the brain level activity. Because if any person suffers from certain kinds of neurological disorder, definitely it will reflect on the movement of his or her eye. Therefore, with the eye movement, with observing the eye movement, we can have the early diagnosis of neurological disorders, because the brain level abnormalities refers to the eye movement abnormalities, and eye movement signals we can identify the brain level abnormalities. So because the eye movement plant and brain stem controls both are associated with each other, so so using the eye movement, you can identify the persons, as I earlier told you in the previous slides, as well as with the help of eye movements, you can explore the various biomedical diagnosis, neurological disorders with the eye movements. Okay. Please move to the next. And third example is very interesting. I have given the example of SpaceX. So SpaceX is a company that is founded by the Elon Musk in 2002, Space Exploration Technologies Corps. And this is the good example, I think the best example, currently best example for the entrepreneurship. I think that all of you must aware with the Elon Musk. He's also the CEO of SpaceX as well as the Tesla company. The Tesla launched electric car. SpaceX, this organization is established for reusable of missiles or reusable rockets, and also for commercialization of space shuttles. Okay, so Elon Musk, having no idea or no not aware with the concepts of aerospace engineering. Please listen carefully. So Elon Musk do not have any prior knowledge of aerospace engineering, but he gained the knowledge with the various resources, books, and established the SpaceX company, and having the first launched the Falcon 1 rocket in 2006. And you will be very surprised that there are 3 failures of this rocket. And after the 3 failures, the 4th attempt was successful. Okay. So what is the moral of the story? That he took the various risks associated with his innovative idea. He implemented, and also after the 3 failures, finally he attempted the successful launch of the Falcon rocket. Okay, so the main main findings or main inference from this story is that while you implementing your idea, there will be various failures. So, but you have to faith on your work, and you will never stop your work, and finally you will get the successful. And this rocket, after the successful launch of this rocket, it was awarded as a commercial orbital transportation services program contract from the NASA. Okay, so this is a great example of entrepreneur, that you should have the concept of never giving up, having idea, and always try to implement that idea after various failures, but you still continue your work. Okay, and so the please move to the last. So conclusions is that if you want to design something new, you want to create something new, what will be the resources? You can start reading research papers. Okay, if you for the second year or third year students, it will be better to have some looks in the research papers. Okay, with the help of research papers, you will be knowing that what are the current research areas, what works are doing currently by the various researchers, and focus on the conclusions and findings of the research papers. Okay, these are the key concept. How will you generate the new idea? So focus on the conclusions and findings of the research papers. Conclusions are the main ingredient of actual inferences of any research paper. So with the help of conclusions, you will get what are the findings, and with the help of these conclusions and also studying the future directions, then by intuition you will be able to find what new can be done. Okay, so first of all, you must know the existing literature, uh, available in your textbook, reference book, and then current. If you want the information about the current, you must go through the research papers that is available in various publishing companies like Springer, Elsevier, IEEE Transactions. And then after understanding certain research papers in your area, in your domain, then by intuition you will be able to find what new can be done, what are the new areas that can be explored further. And after that, you can formulate the idea, how the new you will develop. And when you formulate your idea, then develop the prototype with the help of various resources, various fundings, and various initiative taken by the several departments of Ministry of Education or Government of India, Government of Uttar Pradesh, and then implement and manage. And then you can enjoy your idea, enjoy your work. So with this, I will conclude. So thank you all. Any questions regarding this or any doubt you can ask? The student can unmute yourself and you can ask any questions. Hello, Dr. Ragraj, are you there? Any questions from the students? Okay, so any questions from the students? So with the help of these concepts, and you can create your own entrepreneur with the help of various funding agencies. So regarding this, any doubt from student side? Dr. Raguraj, can you hear my voice?
Hello.
Yes.
Yes. So, students, I think this is a very valuable session. Thank you, Dr. Vivek Srivastava, for giving us valuable knowledge. And thank you, students, also for proper listening. I hope all of you will utilize this session and think about the social problem and the solution. So thank you, Vivek sir. In future, we also we contact you for offline session because we have sometimes technical glitch or some restrictions on the online platform. So hopefully we will meet soon in the college premises also. Thank you,
Okay.
sir.
Thank you very much.